Nigeria's under-20 side, the Flying Eagles, crashed out of the FIFA Under-20 World Cup following an embarrassing 4-0 defeat to the Best Celeste of Argentina. In a game where the Flying Eagles were expected to replicate what happened 2 years ago by reaching yet another quarterfinal, the Aliou Zubairu-led boys conceded in the opening 90 seconds to set the tone for an embarrassing night in Santiago, Chile. The Bishop joins me as we review the performance of the Nigerian under-20 boys and Nigerians' future as regards age grade competition. Only a few weeks ago, Nigerians under-17 side, 5 times world champion. In case you did not hear that, 5 times world champion, the Golden Eaglet of Nigeria failed to qualify for the African under-17 championship, thus automatically missing out on the FIFA under-17 World Cup that will be placed in Qatar. Now, the Nigerian under-20 side, led by Coach Aliou Zubairu, went to Chile and failed to reach the quarterfinals of the FIFA Under-20 World Cup. It is not the fact that they crashed out. In 4 games, the Eagles conceded 8 goals, winning 1, losing 2, and drawing 1. And the only win came against a football-less nation, Saudi Arabia. The Bishop, what is wrong with your boys?
Apologies. Not my boys. The boys of Aliou Zubairu, the under-20 national team. You know, I've been screaming for a very long time.
Maybe we've not had you enough.
Maybe nobody has had me enough that our football is dwindling. It's a nosedive, free fall from the heavens. And very soon we could find all. Because it's that bad that we can't simply pick the best players in Nigeria, a country with over 250 million people. In short, 250 million footballers. You can't pick young boys who are willing. Come on, the talent does not lie. We are the highest exporter of footballing talent out of the world
In Africa,
after Brazil.
After Brazil, yeah.
That's to tell you how the talent is there. It is there. So if you cannot discover, harness, and develop, then there's a problem. I think it's a problem from top to bottom, and I'll explain to you why. There are 17 boys for the second year in a row under a certain Manu Garba, the coach of the 17 team.
Former World Cup winner at that MON.
Yeah. Failed to qualify for the AFCON. A year later, he was appointed again.
Continuity. You said so.
No, continuity. And then he failed again. Continuity. And you ask yourself, there's a program that's going around the world in Argentina, Brazil, Italy. It is called the Talent Development Scheme, FIFA program. NFF have bought into it 2 years ago, and the program started here. There were talent from across the whole country, using the 6 geopolitical zone, will be harnessed and brought to Abuja under the coach, tutelage of the future Eagles manager, which is Patrick Bassi. They will be tutored, trained, they will be camped in Abuja occasionally. This has been running for 2 years. It happened last year. This year, fresh new talent again were harnessed and added. And I want to wow you. Not even a single player made it to the 17th team. Money.
Maybe they're not good enough.
You can't get it. Wow. I watch these boys play. I watch them play. The coach will come. He barely watches these players. He comes. He goes straight. He gets the job. In the next one, we won't. He gets players from all over the world. I'm like, what's the use of this scheme? 1 month, he puts them together. And they go, no chemistry, no cohesion, nothing. They go play and they lose and they come back. And we repeat the cycle. You say, madness is repeating the same thing and expecting a different result. You have a boys who have been, even if you cannot take all of them.
So are you saying the NFF are mad?
I'm just, forgive my French. What I'm trying to say is this. You have boys in camp playing together and have built a bromance, a relationship, some chemistries, togetherness. And you cannot plunge them over to the under-17 team. And then there's no cohesion. Now, the players who played under-17 last year under Manu Garba, how many of them are in the under-20 team? Instead,
no, if the players did not do well, how do you
that is why they're not good.
Them?
Okay, no, the 20 but they got to that final. How many of them are still here? How many of them are the 23? Only Daga and because Daga has gone abroad. Bami yum. At some, I don't want to go there. So for me, there's no proper development in Nigerian football. It's just mishmash. This is why you pick 40 players, all of them fail MRI tests, and then you start afresh again.
Let's bring it to the game against Argentina. What went wrong? What went wrong?
I'm watching that game
at the tournament.
See, they were not ready. And the AFCON exposed us. If you watch that AFCON, there was one problem we had throughout that AFCON was goal scoring. And Nigerians, we screamed to the heavenlies that we need someone who can score. Do you know all the whole players we brought from the foreign legion? None of them performed well. It was still that same Eriari at the AFCON who was our best player, still our best player. That Daga came, he showed flashes here and there, but he can't do it on his own. All the players from Caleb Agada to all of them, nobody stood out. Still that same Eriari. They kept on crashing the bar. They had more shots than Argentina in this game.
Aimless shots.
But only 2 was on target.
We're shooting from outside the box at any given opportunity.
They were creating chances. Clear cut chances that they wasted. So the man took the problem of the AFCON. He told him it was cream. He said he has solved it after the campaign over 3 months in Abuja and the inclusion of foreign players. He said he has solved it, but unfortunately, it looked like nothing was solved. Then the back line. Heavy. Those guys are heavy.
Disastrous.
Those guys are heavy. They are really, really heavy.
Or Che.
Exactly.
They were all a struggle. And it's the fact that we went to a competition where the Flying Eagles considered 8 goals. 8 solid goals. And we could only score 4.
See, they were very heavy.
Ebenezer Harcourt.
Disaster. You know, that guy was one of the people I was thinking was one of the bright light of the 20 at the AFCON. Do you know right now he has exposed himself? That guy doesn't even look average.
He's the youngest ever goalkeeper to play for Nigeria at the age of 15.
The guy is average. Maybe I'm too hard on him. But what I saw against Argentina is exposed. For a coach who played at the under 20 AFCON.
At the Chan tournament.
He's been with the Super Eagles proper. Look at what he was jumping. Was it dancing? Was it Atilogu? What was that? For the first goal.
And then the free kick at his near post.
Not funny enough. Where else would that guy put that ball instead of that place?
But that was poor goalkeeping on too.
Very poor goalkeeping. Where else would he put that ball instead of that place? He was never going to go over the wall. The wall was too close. The wall was close to him. So the only place he could think of was there. And he beat you there. You were even going to... See, it was a catalog of massive errors around the team. From the selection to the tactics. Bami, I don't see what that guy is doing on the 20 team. And if Bami is your captain of your 20 team, there's a problem. In fact, if Bami is the captain of the 20 team, your best player, there's a problem.
Also, let's talk about Aliou Zubairu. Now, this man brought El Kaneme Warriors from the NNL down to the Premier League.
Yeah.
Went on to win the Federations Cup. In fact, the player who scored a hat-trick in that final, Nasiru Saliu, was part of the under-20 squad. One of these players. He went to the WAF.
Did he make it to the World Cup?
It was at the World Cup. He's the one, just number 12. You know?
Yeah.
One of his best players. You look at the fact that while he was at the under-20 level, won the WAFU tournament.
Yeah.
Went on to the AFCON, finished with a bronze medal.
Yeah.
And then this poor performance at the World Cup. Is it too harsh to say the NFF should let him go or leave him there for continuity's sake and ensure he puts a proper team in the next 2 years? Because let's be honest with ourselves.
Yeah.
Even the Ladan Boso we're all claiming right now, there were times when Ladan Boso also struggled. You know, his best appearance at the Under-20 World Cup was a quarter-final.
Was there a time when he got to the quarter-final?
His best appearance was a quarter-final.
Exactly.
Paul Aibogun.
The same thing.
John Obu.
The same thing.
So I can go on and on. Even the Samson Siasha we do praise.
Yeah, fantastic.
After getting to the final in 2005, when he returned in Egypt, it was a disaster.
Let me wow you.
It was disaster.
I've watched Under-20 team play, but this is the worst I've seen in a very long time. I repeat it. This is the worst Under-20 team I've seen in a very, very long time. Maybe I was deceived by the first game I watched when I came and already played in the Federation Cup in Lagos. I was live there in that stadium, running the commentary. And I was so wow. I was like, who's this manager? Look at what he's doing with these boys from the championship. Premier League was not bad enough. I felt maybe because quality of players is gone with him. But I like the fact he was giving free hand to select his players. So we say it was nah.
Was it really giving free hand?
I don't care. One thing about the manager, but if you feel you were not given the right to, you scream. That is why you have the press. Scream. Scream it. Come out. Tell us. This is not my team. I can't seem to. This guy screamed. I was at some point. I can't seem to understand this team. This is not my team anymore. I'm choked. But he did not scream. Meaning he accepted. So we can't keep the blame on the back of the NFF. No, somebody has to take the blame. It's the coach. And for me, in as much as I'm a fan of continuity, and you know that already, I don't think he should be left to the job. No disrespect with him. This is the worst under-20 team I've seen in a long time.
Which of these players can metamorphose to the Super Eagles?
Yeah, Riari.
You think that boy is good enough as a 9?
The boy is a fighter.
Who doesn't want to bench?
No, he may not be. See, boy is a fighter. He can develop. He's a develop. See, under 20, under 17 are developmental stage. What I'm looking out for is the talent. Maybe, unfortunately, Zubero is not the man to polish that boy to where he ought to, because his creative chances, he's smacking the bar. His finishing is not far, it's not fully polished. But is there light? I don't know. Oh, there's light. And the light is shining so bright. He looks like a player who I could see again in the nearest future. If it's a haircut of one of the players I thought I could have seen again. What I saw yesterday, maybe I'm judging for one game. But in this tournament, it has been bad. He's been terrible.
Well, it's the end.
Maybe I said Okoro. But again, with this game against Argentina, this Argentina team that was struggling to win 1-0 in the last game, they will not be convincing. They were 100%. They were not convincing. They were not convincing. To pummel. See, the fact is not that they lost. If there was 1-0, it's developmental. They were whitewashed.
One-sided.
It was. Come on, man. I don't disrespect to say, but I think you should be shown the exit door. But I can't think I can point to one player here that can metamorphose into the Super Eagles. On which of Super Eagles I'm going too far? Or the 23 first of all for the Super Eagles. I can't seem to understand this team. This is not the under 20 team of Nigeria. This is not the Flying Eagles.
Well, this is not the Flying Eagles. It is sad on the anniversary. 20 years after the Flying Eagles got to the final of the FIFA Under-20 World Cup, then known as the World Youth Championship WYC.
Yeah.
You know, when a certain Samson Siasia led the likes of Taye Taiwo, Ambrose Van Zeken, Mikel Obi, Isaac Promise, Chinedu, Obasi, Obuke, David Abo, and of course, and the likes to the final. Not forgetting Sani Keita. And Nigeria narrowly lost out to Argentina, courtesy of 2 penalties from Lionel Andres Messi. 20 years later, Aliou Zeberu went with his boys, led by Captain Daniel Bami, Daniel Daga, Arieri, the likes of Oche, Agada, Okoro, of course Nasiru, and of course Ebenezer Alcott, the youngest ever goalkeeper to play for Nigeria. He ended in disappointment, sadness, and plenty of questions that answer where Nigerian football goes from here. The NFF president recently boasted that in his 3 years in office, it has been a good job, but the failure of Nigeria under-17 and now the under-20 puts a question mark on Nigeria's football development. Are we developing in the right sector, or we are struggling? These questions, they don't need answer, and it's high time we call these people to take responsibility. And I must also say that Austin Cerezo Eguavon should not be excused from all of this blame, because I don't want to believe, as the technical director of the Nigerian Football Federation and not the technical director of the Super Eagles, he will not have a comfortable conversation with who are these managers who come in if he claims he knows his job. We cannot continue to hire managers and then hurriedly put up a team and go to a tournament and waste taxpayers' money. We must get it right. We must do the right thing and help Nigerian football who will be the best. But for now, this team will go home and probably find 1 or 2 clubs if their agents see them worthy enough to get a club, or come back to Nigeria for those who have a club. The boys can metamorphose into great footballers in the future. But the reality and the sad truth is, it was a terrible tournament on all angles for the players. We wish them the best. But for the Under-20 World Cup, it continues. Africa's second representative also crashed out, and our hopes now lies on the Junior Lions of Morocco. Football Tempo, brought to you by Azar Studios.